happening? What's happening? What? Look here, Tranisha, I'm not late. I had technical difficulties. There's a difference. There's a difference. What's up?
What you on Central Time?
What's happening, Kareem? Eat my sweetie got jokes. My sweetie got jokes tonight, man. What's that? My green screen acting up on me. Hold on. Let's get this together. Let's get this together. Okay, man. Here we go, man. What's happening? What's happening to everybody up in here? Here to learn the Chef Nation. Oh, 100, Kareem. Great. Quantity done. Everybody, man, what's up to everybody, man? Hey, how y'all feel about the market today, man? Excuse me. How y'all feel about the market today? Right? Did the market do, if the market did what you expected, put a one in the chat. If you was caught off guard by what happened in the market today, put a two in the chat. Let's see something real quick. If the market did exactly what you expected, put a one in the chat. If you was caught off guard with what happened in the market today, put a two in the chat. If you don't know what I'm talking about, put a three in the chat. Put a three in the chat. You was caught off guard, oh 100. Oh 100, I know you weren't caught off guard. Okay, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. Mad profit was made. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, oh 100 say, loved it. You was, if you loved it, how was you caught, what you was caught off guard with? You must hit the wrong button if you loved it. What was you caught off guard with? Let's get into that first before we break down. Let's see what, oh, he told us he wasn't. Hey, I was finna say, man, get out of here, man. You was telling me the levels. You was telling me the levels. I wasn't expecting anything. I'm in class all week. Can't trade. Okay, then. That what's up. That London session. What? What happened? What happened? That London session caught off guard, then ran up. Oh, the London caught you off guard? What about the London? We gonna dig into that too. Uh-oh. The stream over, man. Trading with a dummy in the building. I'm fun to end the stream, man. Stream over. Hey, shout out to homie Mark, man. Shout out to homie Mark. Trinice said London was perfect. Oh, you weren't expecting it to rally. Let me pull up my chart. Let's break this down. We're going to get into this. And then, matter of fact, we're going to get into that while we looking at the price action review. We're going to do that. The cousin AJ say wasn't expecting it to rally like that. So we're going to get into it and see, you know what I'm saying? Because I woke up with the old man bladder and looked at it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I ain't even going to hold you. I expected it to move, but I ain't expect it to go that far. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want it to go that far. That's why if y'all saw my story, I was like, hey, we done did a whole lot of work in this Asian in London session. Let's keep that same energy. Let's keep that same energy when we come to the New York. If y'all saw my story this morning. If y'all Tranisha say that London was perfect. If y'all saw my story, and matter of fact, when I woke up, I was like, man, I knew I should have took a trade last night. I knew I should have took a trade last night. What's happening, Ninja? You gonna load? While we waiting on Ninja to load, let me go ahead and get Spalene up here. See, man, that's, oh, there it is. I was gonna say, that's how my computer been acting, man. All right, the cousin say they ain't expect this right here, AJ. AJ, are you a male or a female, AJ? Cause I don't be wanting to say the wrong thing. I be offending people all the time. AJ said they ain't expect this rally. Where the London at? Right here. Boom. This the London right here. Let's put a box around that right there, and then we're gonna get into the price action review while we looking at this right here. We're gonna make this all part of the price action review. London, right here. We just gonna go. That's 3 o'clock candle. So we gonna go. We'll start at the 2 o'clock candle and put a box around it all the way to the top of this run. We're gonna go to the top of that run. Just like that. We're gonna encompass all them candles right there. We're gonna catch all them candles right there. Boom. Now let's drop down. Well, first of all, let's look at the hourly and see if we can see anything on this right. From an hourly perspective, it ain't really giving you no, you know what I'm saying, nothing that I would trade to take off to the upside from the hourly. Right? From the hourly, it's like after we closed yesterday, we sold off real hard, came down here, made these equal lows. I ain't even gonna hold you. What I was looking for during the Asian was to come down, hit these equal lows, and then run up. I ain't gonna hold you. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting to come down, hit these equal lows, and run up, right? Clearly, when we swept these lows here, it had already got the liquidity that it wanted and started moving. Now, on that note, I don't like the fact that we got these nice, clean, equal lows right here. At some point in time, I feel like we're going to come back and get that, right? Are we going to come back and get that after we hit? Let me see. Did we hit those equal highs I was looking at today? Let me check that out. Nope, we didn't get to it. So this high and this high, that's why I put this box up here later in the afternoon. That was my target to get to when I put on that trade. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but we didn't get to it. My first area of interest was that red line right there. I'll get into that too. Now let's drop down to the 15-minute and look at the price action for the London. It was a slow walk up for the Asian. At 5 o'clock, we sold off. Boom. No, that's 4 o'clock. That's close. We sold off right at the close. 5 o'clock, we dilly-dallied, and then the rest of the Asian, we kind of inched up, and we filled in this fair value gap right there that was made at the end of the day yesterday on the 60-minute candle. Right? Drop down to 15-minute. Let's see what transpired during the London. During the London. Okay, AJ, I'm with you. I don't see anything that's telling me it's going to blast off like that. Just look, I just dropped down to this 15-minute and just looking at it. I don't see nothing that says I'm fun to blast off. I feel you, AJ. That would have caught me off guard too. And if I would have been up trying to trade this, I would have been pissed. That would have caught me off guard too. Ain't nothing in here telling me that I'm fun to blast off. Right? From the, now, yeah, I ain't liking none of this on the, cause I do all my setting up on the 5 and the 15-minute, and then once I set up on the 5 and the 15-minute, I'll drop down lower to see if I can get a better entry than the 5-minute. You know what I'm saying? I'll drop down to like the 2-minute. I like going to the 2-minute, but I'll walk down 4, 3, 2, 1. But I like going to the 2-minute, cause the 2-minute and the 5-minute be giving me my entry. That's my personal way of doing it. But looking at this right here, AJ, I'm with you. Let's drop down to the 5-minute and see how it look. So far on the 15-minute, I ain't seeing nothing that would have told me it's go time. See that? Right here, I would have taken this right here, but I wouldn't have expected that run. Right there. So right there, this fair value gap right here, this right here, this would have been my entry. I would have got in on this candle. Yeah, this probably would have been the candle I got in on. Because I don't never get in right at the top of the gap. I let it dip in just a little bit. Let me go a little bit lower and see if it's something lower. I don't like getting in right at the top of the gap. I ain't gonna hold you. Like if I don't find a 15-minute gap and I find a 5-minute gap, I always drop down to see if it's a gap lower than that it might come get. I always do that. The 4-minute, the same thing as the 5. Let's go to the 3. I usually just jump straight to the 2, but I'm walking it down. That's what I mean when I be like I walk it down. 3-minute, the same as the 5. I rarely go all the way to the 1-minute. Like every blue moon, I'll go to the 1-minute, but I rarely do. 2-minute, Same as the 2 minutes. It's like a little bit more shallow. See that? Remember I said I would have got in on that candle over there? Cause see that 2 minute is a little bit inside. I would have got in over there. See that? I already be kind of knowing how the spot be moving. Oh man, I done moved my line. Oh, it don't matter. I gotta move that anyway. That's gotta be moved anyway. I ain't worried about that. All right. Yeah. All I'm the same, but yeah, I would have been going in on that candle over there, but I wouldn't have expected that move based off the price action. Right? So boom, there's your London entry right there. That's the entry I would have taken if I was on the London over here after that on the 2 minute candle, how we had that lower entry right in there. When I was like, I probably would have entered on that red candle. Oh, it's so skinny. Why y'all didn't tell me it was that skinny? Somebody should have said, Tim, that's too skinny. I can't see it. When I was like, I probably go in, I would have went on this candle because I don't never go right at the top of the gap. It's like a 2 minute gap right inside there somewhere. I would have went in on that candle. It dilly-dallied, took off, you know what I'm saying, pulled back a little bit, and then took off. I would not have expected that takeoff right there. Now, if you didn't want to take it based off this breakup and coming back to that fair value gap, it gave you another opportunity. It came back to the same area. Came right back to the same 5 minute fair value gap right there. It gave another opportunity to take off right there. So you had two opportunities to get that trade off the same spot. This right here, if in the options world, the second entry would have been a better entry because this first entry, you would have had to deal with the theta in between that, however much time that is, especially if it's a 0-day, 0 TE expiration, same day expiration. That theta between this candle and that candle be chewing you up, right? So that's the London. That was the London entry. It gave another little small entry at the top, but I would never take nothing that high up. It gave another entry right here. That was a good entry right there, right at the highs that I have been watching, those Friday highs. So it actually gave you two entries on this. Well, they gave you 2 entries at the same spot down here at, we just gonna call that 40.24, right? And it gave you another entry right over here at the 40.37 level. So it gave you 2 entries during the London. And for anybody who don't know why I'm saying that or watching the replay, is because we was trading right here. This candle right here gave us a break in structure. We got a couple swing highs in this consolidation right there that we broke through. It made a fair value gap, and then it traded back down into this fair value gap, right? It did the same thing. We had another break in structure and then came back down to that same fair value gap, right? We took off to the upside, right? Had another break, you know what I'm saying? They broke it. I ain't gonna say break in structure, but we broke another swing high right here, right? We had 1, 2 fair value gaps. So now at this point in time, you got to be, if you're taking it on this gap, you take it on the high gap and be willing to take the drawdown to the low gap. Right? That's the way I learned it from ICT. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's how he play it. You take it on the high gap, be willing to take the drawdown to the low gap. Right? So then it went up here, made a fair value gap, traded back down into it, then took off. Then it never gave you another entry until up here. But me personally, I wouldn't have took that entry right there. Well, Tim, why you wouldn't take that entry? I'm glad you asked that question, little Timmy Rogers. See how much this done ran? You see how far this done ran up here? Like, just say, right now, this is the top of the run from down here, right? So that's not in a discount no more coming from this run, from this leg of the run. Now, in an overall bigger market, it may be in a discount, but just based off of that run itself, right? We just gonna come from when it took off. We ain't even gonna go to the low. Well, we'll go to the low. We're gonna go to the low. We just gonna go to the low, right? And go up to the point where it started coming back down, right? The high of when it started coming back down. This would be the discount entry right here. This fair value gap, this fair value gap, this fair value gap based off of this entire run once you got up here. This fair value gap, this fair value gap, and that fair value gap, they all in the premium. This one breaks the line of going into the discount, but this would be the one I would be looking to enter in off of this price leg right here. That's why I wouldn't have took that fair value gap trade right there. Glad you asked that question, little Timmy Rogers. That was a good question. Now let's move forward to after 9 o'clock, after 9:30, jalapenos. Okay, after 9:30, and then lo and behold, y'all see, I ain't. Let me put the fibs back. Let me put the fibs back. You feel me? Let me put the fibs back from the low of the low, run it up to the top. Shout out all the fib traders. I'm gonna go see. I was at this one right here, right? Remember when it was at this one, and I was saying this fair value gap was in a discount. This fair value gap was in a discount. Now we're gonna move it up to the high of the high, right? We're gonna go to the high of the whole move, right? Boom. Oh, that's the block. Get that box out of the way. That box confusing me, right? Boom. Get this box out of the way. It's confusing me. Now, after we went over here and did our thing, look what it did over here. Came right back down into this deep discount fair value gap right here. Look at that. Right here. Came all the way down to this deep and it hit this order block right there. You see how I stopped at the order block? Came all the way down into that deep discount fair value gap from when we opened at 9:30 counter right here. When we opened here, we sold down, popped up, sold down, popped up, sold down, stopped in the discount at this fair value gap and that order block. And then what we do after that? Took off. Boom. That's one trade right there. I wasn't trading, like physically trading today because I had positions on already. I was just like watching the market and going online and saying what I be doing, right? Right here. I was looking at this area right here. I ain't gonna hold you now. It was a fair value gap right around here somewhere. No, that ain't it. Oh, over here. It was over here. This fair value gap right there. This is the one that I was looking at trying to make the entry on, right? And the reason why I was looking at trying to make the entry on that one right there, as far as going long, is because I was looking at the run from when it started up. I didn't go to the bottom. I looked at the last leg. So based off the last leg, right? This area, because I was talking about this, I don't want to see it get down below this, right? So that right there is a deep discount. That's the fair value gap. So boom, you get there, and the bodies of it was respecting that area. You know what I'm saying? Be it, you had to take a little bit of heat. You had to, if your risk tolerance didn't give you this right here, you had to take a little bit of heat right there. That was some heat. If you took it off this fair value gap right here, you had to take a lot of heat. You see what I'm saying? And you know, your risk tolerance might not been able to take all that right there. But I was looking at trying to enter right around Friday's highs. That's the one I was looking at this morning, and it wicked down, took heat, but it turned out to be, boom, a good trade because you came there, came back, gave another entry right there, boom, came there. You know what I'm saying? These highs right here would have been your target of getting out. Those highs right there would have been your target of getting out. It even hit these highs right here. Like once it came here, boom, hit those before it sold off. So those highs, that would have been a good trade. That was the one I was talking about earlier. The trade I did take this afternoon. Let me show you the trade I took this afternoon. We already understand the premium and the discount, right? Once we came up here, when Powell started talking and I saw a sell-off right there, I immediately, the first thing I looked at was these equal lows right here. I said, we gonna run those, but I need me a fair value gap that's in a discount based off this run right here, right? Based off from here to there. The fair value gap I found was this fair value gap right here, right there. So when we came down, but we went into this area right here, I ain't gonna hold you. I missed it. I was trying to get my order off. I didn't get my order. It shot back up so fast. I said, when it come back down, I'm going in, right? I say when it come back down, I'm going in. So I had dropped down. I dropped down to a 2 minute. I dropped down to a 2 minute. And this low right here, was it this low? Yeah, it was this low. This swing low right here, when we was coming back down again right here, I said, if we come back down, I'm entering if we touch this swing low. I don't care if we go down and fill this fair value gap, this swing low right here, I'm entering there. Boom. That's why I took the trade. My target My first spot of a target was right here, is at this red line, right? Once we got to this red line, that was my first target. I was wanting it to get here, to this fair value gap up there. It was time to go get Timothy. Once we hit this, once we got up here and started dilly-dallying, it was time to go get Junior. So I set a stop loss for the price that it was when we cleared these highs right here on my options. And I set a target for what I thought it was going to be up here. It didn't get up there. When we wick back down right here on this right here, when we wick back down, yep, because I got the notification at like 3:30, 3:45, something like that. It wicked down right here. This is when I got the notification that I got stopped out in profit. So that was the afternoon trade I took, and that was based off of when we had ran up and when we start selling off after the Fed. I looked for the fair value gap in the discount that it was going to trade back to, and it happened to be picture perfect. I did a story. If you saw that, I did a story. It's saying it was picture perfect. That's all I got on the price action. We're going to talk about, I'm going to look at the chat real quick, and then we're going to talk about Spylene. See if, look at Spylene right up there. I said I wanted 4.9, 4.10, but I take 4.08. And what I like about that, it pulled down and touched that count. I said that earlier. What's happening, Quanty? Quanty, you know I don't be knowing them acronyms. What you had to say, 100? What you had to say? What 100 said? Inverse head and shoulder, Prismo, that was... Oh, that was type. What? You wildin'. Inverse head. 100. You know I don't be knowing all them chart patterns. Put 100. Pull up and show us what the reverse head and shoulders is. Pull up. Get on the live and show us what it is. What you say? Is that still a gap, even though there's a mini green candle to the left of it, or doesn't it matter? You talk about this right here, this indecision candle right here from the 16th. That's what you talk about, Kashaya. You got today, yesterday, and then what was that, Friday? Yeah, you talk about this this doji right here. Well, there's no fair value gap. If this what you talking about, there's no right here. There's a tiny fair value gap right there. I'm just going to mark it out because I don't know which one you're talking about. It's a tiny fair value gap right there, right? That's the one I was saying I wish we would have came down and hit that yesterday. Can't even how to see that count, that little doji. Let me try to, boom. Yesterday when I was like, I wish we would have came down and connected up them candles to clear that little tiny fair value gap, like how today we gapped way up here and then we sold down into the top of this candle right here. Like that's the high. I got my, y'all can't see that. Let me make a line. Boom. Can y'all see that? Yes. So now that's the high of Friday. Them wicks be disappearing. Okay. That's the high of Friday. And then make that fatter. Boom. So that's the high of Friday, and we wick down into it today. So we cancel that. No, from today's price action, where the green from the London session. Oh, inside the oh, you talk about inside here. Let me go to 15-minute or 60-minute first. Okay, so London, I done deleted my thing. 17. So this the London right here. So on the 60-minute, teeny, you got a teeny one there. On the 60-minute, it's a teeny one there. On the 60-minute, is one from yesterday, well, from last night during the Asian. We got a small one there. We got a small one here during the what's the name? And then this one here, we didn't fully fill that one in. So you never know if they want to fully fill those in, or those small fair value gaps on the 60-minute, I'm less worried about those than these equal lows. I'm more worried about them equal lows than anything, because nice, smooth equal lows like that be a magnet for the price action, because a lot of people high and they stops up under them equal lows. You know what I'm saying? They high and they stops under them equal lows. AMD equals PO. Man, Quan gone with all these acronyms, man. Okay, accumulation, manipulation. There you go. You just say that. Just say that. Power of 3. Why you AMD PO3? Just say power of 3, man. I here acting like a teenager. I don't speak teenager, man. Lil Jim. What I want to say? Lil Jim, if you know patterns and no ICT concept, combine them and you will see something amazing. Pull up and show some. 100 just volunteered to pull up and do a Tim's Tidbit takeover to show chart patterns mixed with ICT. Put a date in the chat for when you're gonna do it, 100. All right. Spylene. Let's look at Spylene, right? Real quick before I look back at the chat. Looking at Spylene. So boom. What I like about today, I already said what I didn't like about yesterday. We didn't come down and connect this right here to take care of that little small fair value gap. I wish we would have sold down and connected to the high of that candle at 395.80. I wish we would have sold down yesterday and at least touched that. How we sold down today and we touched that. That's clean price action. You know what I'm saying? They came down and touched it. Now, boom. Here we go. Remember I was saying I want to close above these lows right here. I said I wanted to do it yesterday. Yeah, I need to close above these lows. Give me like 409, 410. We got above them lows. We got 408, 32 was the close. Right? So now, we got the makings of being able to leave a fair value gap here if we open up and keep going. Don't really like that, but I'm not too worried about it because I'm thinking all these gaps that it's leaving, I'm thinking it's trying to get somewhere and then come back down and clean it up because the market's still acting real heavy. You know what I'm saying? The market's still acting real heavy. The market, this is what y'all already know where I said I thought it was going. Get out of there. This right here is where I think we headed to right there. Boom. That's what I want. I want them highs right there. I want it during OPEX week. I ain't even gonna hold you. I want it this week. I want us to hit these equal highs right here this week, get into this fair value gap, and then sell back off and come take care of this downside work. That's what I want. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't care if we keep sliding and making lower lows, but I want to get up into this fair value gap right here and then start selling back down. And then I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Since the market trading real heavy, this is another reason why I want to get up there and do that. Since the market trading real heavy and it's acting like it still won't mow downside the way it's trading, when we come up here and hit these highs right here, that's my target for taking my Junes off. That's my target for taking off my June, my swings that I got for next month. Right? That's why I want to go ahead and get it right now during OPEX week. These equal highs above 40.29. You know what I'm saying? That's my target for taking. When we get up there and hit 40.30, them Junes gone. Pew! They gone. I don't care if they ain't hit my targets yet. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they hit my target well before we get up there. Cause I got 405s, what I got? I can't remember what I got. Let me check it. I got 420s. I got 420s for SPY and 315s for QQQ for June. So I got 420s. So boom. But if we get up there to if we get up there, hit that 430, I got 420s. If we get up to 420, I'll be good. It should be to hit my target. But yeah, that's my takeoff. So that's what I want to see. I want to see us keep on pushing. You know what I'm saying? I know yesterday right there, that was an indecision candle, right? And then today, what's that? Yesterday was indecision candle. Today we had a nice little push. So tomorrow, just give me some follow through. I don't want no dilly dally and pulling back. Give me some follow through. I'll take follow through tomorrow follow through on Thursday, and then not even hit this and pull back on Friday, or follow through tomorrow, little pull back Thursday, follow through Friday, whatever. Let's get up there. If you don't want to get up there, you know what I'm saying, just get on up here. Let me get out my trade. But that's my ultimate target right there. That's all I got on talking about the SPY lean, because they've been dilly-dallying too much. They starting to get on my nerve. Look, all these big range days, they've been doing all this, and then you want to come out here and do these little short days when we come to the rebound. When we fall, and you giving us 4% days. 4% days. Have you went over your swing trade method with ICT concept? Oh, yeah, that's what you late, Kashaya? That's what I just said. Let's go back. We're going to run it back. We're going to run it back for the cousin. We're going to run it back for the cousin. We're going to do it one more time, and then boom, Bob's your uncle. Here we go. All right, so looking at what we was talking about based off the afternoon trade that I took right here, right? So what I was looking at, I'm going to drop down to 5 minutes. Just go straight to the 5 minute. Boom. So here we go. We talked about this right here. We sold down into a discount. We ran up during the London, right? New York, we sold down into a discount, and then we ran up here. Boom. Back up into the premium. So London ran up. New York came down to discount. New York ran up back into the premium. Fed came out, sold off hard, back into the discount of this price leg right here. Boom. This price leg right here. Let me just put the fibs on to show you what I'm talking about. Fibs, beep. So this price leg right here, top, boom. See, this fair value gap right down there, I'm going to show you where I got it marked in green, is right into a deep discount on that price leg right there. All right? This price leg run right here. So boom. I was looking for the fair value gap retracement on the discount side over here. I was just doing a basic fair value gap trade. I wasn't looking for my normal liquidity run reversal and all that. I was playing it strictly off of a fair value gap trade because of the way the market was trading. It was going up and it was going into a discount based off of a fair value gap it had made hours ago. It had been doing that ever since the night before. That's how it's been trading. So that's the trade I've been looking for. You know what I'm saying? It's been trading like that for like the past few sessions. You know what I'm saying? So boom, once we got up here and started selling down and ran these equal lows, soon as we ran these equal lows right here, I immediately started looking for a fair value gap in this price action right here down in the discount area. This is the only one that I found right there at these two candles right here. Once I found that fair value gap, I marked it out and waited until we got to it. I already said once it got to it right here, it shot back up so quick, I missed it. I missed it when I tried. By the time I tried to get it, I think the candle had got all the way back up here. I said, no, sir, I'm not taking it there. I'm gonna wait for it to come back one more time. I went to the 2 minute time frame right here, dropped down to 2 minute, and the way I made my entry on my 4 or 5 calls for tomorrow, I used this swing low right here as my entry point. I said, once we bounce back up, you see how we shot back up these 2 minute candles. Soon as we touched it, this is a 2 minute candle. Soon as we touched it, see what we shot up? I told you we had came right back up. We shot, pew, shot back up. I'm like, golly, shot up, kept going. It was running. You know what I'm saying? And then so when it came back down, soon as it touched this low right here, I was waiting for this swing low right here. Soon as it got down to there, boom, I fired. I entered right there because I was like, I ain't waiting for it to get back to the fair value gap. I'm just waiting for it to come back to this low right here. Once I hit it, boom, it was off to the races. This red line right here was my target. I didn't use this high right here as my target. The reason why I didn't use that high as the target is because we had sold up above these highs, all these highs right here. We sold up above these and sold off real hard. So I was like, we were going down to get liquidity to go higher. So that's why I was using this high over here as my exit point with an ultimate target of this fair value gap right up here. It didn't make it to this fair value gap. Once we pierced above this right here, I set my options position stop loss for what the price of it was once we got to this high right here on the options chart. I mean, on the options chart, I looked at what the price was at that high right there. I set my stop loss there, and I set a profit target for what I thought this would be. When we did this pullback right here, I got stopped out in profit for that trade. But that's what's the name? Do a class again. Do what kind of class again? What's up, Draco? Do what class again? I appreciate y'all. Hey, that's it. That's all I got for the man. Why y'all don't be telling me I'll be all out the screen like this right here when I be talking, man? Y'all should be looking at my forehead when I'm when I'm talking. Do you think it's better to enter a SPY lease after OPEX? Man, I'm in my SPY leaps already, man. I'm in my SPY leaps already. I started scaling in. Right now, where we trading at right now, I ain't gonna hold you. If I ain't in right now, if I wasn't in right now, I would wait for like a little pullback day, cause it's like we on the upswing right now. If you want like Friday or yesterday at the latest would have been the time to be trying to get in. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that, because I got in mind over here after we ran these lows. I can't see the screen. I got in mind, right? See, so Friday, no later than yesterday, in my opinion, was the day to try to get into the SPY leaps, right? I mean, if you still feel comfortable with it, if it's still at a price that you cool with, you know what I'm saying, do what you do. Because right now, we just right back here testing these lows right here. You see what I'm saying? These lows can come in and bust us in the head tomorrow and push us down. And then I would use that, boom, to jump in. You feel me? But like the reason why I said Friday or at the latest yesterday was the day to get in for me if I wasn't in already, right, is because we came down and we swept the lows here, and then on these 3 days here, we ran these lows. You see what I'm saying? Like, boom, bust them in the head and went way back to right when we was talking about these gaps and stuff over here. We came in and cleaned up all this stuff on them days, right? So then when we came in on this day right here, what day was that? The 12th? What was the 12th? Last Thursday. On last Thursday, when we came down here and we started, you know what I'm saying, pushing back up, that's why I say that Friday right there would have been a good day to go ahead in, because you would have been coming in on the confirmation candle. You know what I'm saying? And I call that the confirmation candle because we came in, we wicked down, touched them highs, and then pushed back up. That's the confirmation entry right there. 2 days after the confirmation candle, that's too late for Tim Rogers. You know what I'm saying? The risky Rogers like me, I'll take it with the train running at me. You know what I'm saying? But most sensible traders, they wait for the train for it to hit, and then they enter on the confirmation candle. No matter what level you want, daily, hourly, minute, most sensible traders, they wait for the confirmation candle. But now we 2 days after the confirmation candle. That's the only reason why I say it's too late for me right now, and I'll wait for like a down day or let it go up some and then give a nice pullback. Cause even if you wait until we come up here and break these highs right here and then do a pullback, you really ain't gonna miss much. Cause think about the theta that's gonna eat into that position. Just say if we come up here and then we pull back from coming up here in the middle of June, the price you would pay tomorrow for this right here would probably be more than the price you will pay in June for a pullback after it run these highs and pull back down. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you got to trade your book, and you got to trade what makes sense to you. That's just how little Timmy Rogers will do it. We got anything else? Been on here 40 minutes. New to the channel, do you recap 630? Yes. Welcome to the channel, Venus. Y'all clap it up for Venus in the chat. Welcome to the Spider Gang. You feel me? Discipline over dollars. Discipline over dollars. Welcome to the channel, Venus. 630, yeah. Recap every day at 630. That's a new thing. That's a new thing I just started. Do you think we going back to, you already know I ain't got no crystal ball, Cal. You already know I ain't got no crystal ball. Do you think we going back down to the gap made on 12, 60-minute candles? I always think we going back down to gaps. I always think that. I think that it might not be today or tomorrow. Because dig this right here. Do you think the people who saw this gap made, I'm going to take my thing right here. Do you think the people who saw this fair value gap right here, see, between these two candles here, I probably should draw it. I'm going to draw it out. Let me draw it out. Let me draw it out. Let me draw it out. Can I get that? Stick there. Boom.
So you supposed to be showing your screen?
Oh, yes, I am. Thank you, baby. Uh-oh. Do you think them people, thank you for catching that, baby. Do you think them people, right, on, where my arrow at? Okay. Do you think them people on March the 26th, March the 29th, 2021, right, who saw this fair value gap and then we ran up for the rest of the year, thought that on May the 12th, 2022 is when we was gonna come back down and take care of that fair value gap? I don't think once we had ran up, once we had got January, we was up at 479. You couldn't pay anybody to think that anytime this year we was gonna be going all the way back down to 385. You couldn't pay nobody to think we was gonna drop 100 points on the SPY at the beginning of the year. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I always think we gonna go back and get some gaps. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. It might not be into next year. That's over a year later that we came back and got that gap. But I always think we gonna come back and get gaps. That's just how my mind think. Call me pessimistic, but that's just how my mind think. So yeah. Yeah, welcome Vintage. Hashtag Spider Game. Man, y'all appreciate that, Cal. Y'all better clap it up for Venus, man. Y'all, if y'all don't start clapping up for Venus, I ain't doing no more lives. Y'all better give Venus some love, man. Venus can be anywhere else, but they chose to hang out with us. They chose to hang out with us. I be trying to be politically correct. My wife went to some kind of training with her job, left me for 2 whole days. I was sad. And they got it's like all kind of stuff I never knew about. You know what I'm saying? Like all kind of stuff you can't say at work, all kind of stuff you got to remember. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like all kind of different, like, you know, when you go fill out stuff, be like how to identify yourself. It got all kind of different ways to identify yourself. The smallest little things I wouldn't think about, you be getting in trouble for it, man. That's why, hey, man, I be trying to stay politically correct because I love everybody. You feel me? God is good and my wife is amazing. Hey, man, the link in the chat, the link was in the chat. If anybody want to pull up, I'm going to put the link in the chat again while we waiting to see if anybody want to pull up. Y'all already know what I got to do, man. First of all, I got the link in the chat again. If anybody want to pull up, say anything, ask anything, share anything. Shout out my sweetie, first and foremost, love you, baby. Shout out my daughter, Alexandria Cartwright. Y'all support her store, WealthWalks. Go to shopwealthwalks.com. Hit up her Instagram, trader.lex. It's a link in the bio. Go get you some merch, WealthWalks merch. Shout out Big Draco, Prolific Prophecy Official. Shout out Mark, Trading with a Dummy on YouTube. Y'all support his channel. Shout out, who else doing something? Briscoe, Jobby Life, or however you say it. I don't know how to say it. Somebody who know what it is, put it in the chat. Jumbie Life, I think it's called. Shout out, JD, Boyd, Doc, Trey, Vic, the A Squad. Shout out A Squad. Y'all go to the Instagram page and check them out. The new TLI.com. Get your Spider Gang merch. Discipline Over Dollars seminar gonna be this summer. 3 dates this summer in Columbus, Georgia. 3000 Macon Road at the Columbus Public Library. June the 4th. Gonna be part one. It's the beginning, the basics for anybody that want to get started in the stock market. July the 2nd, it's gonna be more on the thing of now that you in, what you gotta do, what kind of account, how to invest it, what your number should be. Is going now that you in the stock market, what you gotta do. And then part three on August 13th, it's gonna be dedicated to traders, everything about trading. Each day is from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be streaming it live on the YouTube channel for those that's not in the Columbus, Georgia area or can't make it, but I will not be saving it on the YouTube channel. What else? I think that's it. I appreciate y'all, man. I don't see nobody pulling up. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 6:30. Till then, y'all go enjoy your families, enjoy your dinner, and I'm about to go watch TV with my sweetie. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm gone.